You're live on Facebook.
Hi. Hello, everybody. Yeah, can they hear?
Oh, can you zoom down on it? There we go.
Oh, there I am. Should we turn on more light?
No, that's all right. As long as we can get those zoomed in.
We're on Facebook.
Facebook looks good.
Yeah, we're up. That's cool.
And we're live on Instagram. Hello, all right.
Hello.
You want to?
I'll start. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is Art with a Heart. My name is Amy, and I'm going to be working with Matt. He's over here. We can just We're going to be working today with a piece that we kind of customized a little bit, but it's going to be based off of an artist named Ellsworth. His last name is Kelly, so I'm just going to continue to refer to him as Kelly as I work through everything, okay? So this is a piece we're going to be working on, hoping everybody can see from our audience on social media. This is the piece behind, and we've added a sunshine to keep us happy and ready for summer. So we're going to keep this down here. You should have all of your supplies in your bag. All of these, go for it.
I was going to say, our bags have a little bit bigger suns because we wanted to make sure that you guys could see it on camera, but yours are a little bit easier to work with, so they might be a little smaller.
Yeah, so first thing you're going to grab is your glue stick. And you guys should also have some foam core. Well, I don't think it's foam core. Cardstock is what you guys have. We have foam core. It's just something we're going to be gluing all of our paper to and the design that we have. Okay. So after I did our big piece, was easiest if we use this glue to apply first and then put on your squares. Just because it'll be easier not to make a mess all over your paper stick together. I had that happen several times. So,
Miss Amy, should I put glue all over the whole thing and then put the paper on, or should I do it little bit by little?
I would do it line by line. So we're going to be working in a grid. And the biggest thing with this artist, he wanted something that looked as if it was easy, but he actually does a lot of, or he did a lot of mental planning with geometric shapes and colors. Although this process, we're going to be selecting random colors at a time. So if you want to just grab a pile or put a little bit on your desk there to kind of spread them out, this is the method we're going to be using. You're more than welcome to do consistent colors in a row. If you're wanting a specific color palette for wherever you're putting it, go get excited, get creative. So first thing we're going to start with is our glue stick. I start in the corner just because it makes it a little more uniform. I like to work from the top and work my way down. We are working on this piece in the back, in the front, so you can kind of see. If you have any questions about it or you can't see well, make a comment on the bottom and we can adjust, okay?
Or call 28111 and we'll get your call down here in the media room.
Yeah. So I'm just going to apply my first one, and if you have any uneven pieces, it'll be really easy to just line up your next one here. And you can make it a perfect line, which is something I did with mine too, because it's easy to mess up. So, this artist was someone who did have to find a lot of opportunities to do arts and crafts in his room. He was someone who grew up a little bit ill with some health conditions, which is something I feel like all of us can kind of relate to, especially when we're younger. You gotta be safe. So his parents encouraged him to do bird watching, which is where he started using a lot of inspiration for all of his colors and shapes.
Birds have all different kinds of cool colors.
Yeah, I love birds. My favorite is a parrot.
Parrot?
Yeah, they live a really long time. They live like, I don't even know, 20 years, I think. Really, really long time. It's a long commitment, guys. Long commitment. You know, pets, what is it, dogs live, I think, maybe max 15 years.
Forever. My dog's gonna live forever.
Forever. So Matt and I are using different methods here. He actually did a whole strip of blue, which is pretty cool. No, it's whatever you're comfortable with. For me, I like to go a little slower, so it's really kind of at your own pace. Don't feel rushed. Your squares are probably going to be a better size for yours, just because they're a little bit smaller of a palette here. Our foam core is pretty big, as an example, so you guys can see it. While I was looking up our fun facts for our artist, I also looked up some fun facts for the sun. I found out some fun things, Matt.
So they're fun facts, but they're also sun facts.
They're some fun facts.
They're or fun sun facts.
Yeah. I don't know how many people know, but the sun, as we know, is hot, but we would consider it a star. It's literally just a big ball of fire, which is also what our stars are. Guess how many miles away it is, Matt?
How many miles is 20 miles away.
A little bit more.
35.
Okay, a lot more.
A lot more?
A lot more.
5,000 miles.
Ooh, that was pretty good, but we got a lot more. The sun is 92 million miles away.
What?
Million, and you still get sunburned, right?
How many Twizzlers is that?
I don't know.
If I put Twizzlers end to end, how many Twizzlers will get me to the sun?
I think you'll have to take a book out, a page out of the book of how many lollipops. What is it, licks to get to the center of the little lollipop?
Yes, I think the owl figured that out. I think it was 3.
Yeah, 3. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So there's some places in the world, believe it or not, that have consistent sunlight for 2 months. 2 months long, they do not have any nighttime. They are located in Alaska, all the way at the top, which is pretty wild. I can't imagine consistent sunlight for 2 months. There's no nighttime. Can you imagine staying awake for 2 months? Pretty crazy. And then in the winter, they get 2 months of nighttime, which is kind of nuts.
2 months of nighttime. That is a lot of sleepy time.
A lot of sleepy time.
So why is the sun out for so long in Alaska?
Apparently it has to do with the location of the planet.
Oh, okay.
So in the summertime, the days that the sun doesn't go down, it's just a small orbit throughout the day. It does a small circle instead of actually going down and coming all the way back around the planet.
The sun going around the Earth?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's how that works? Okay.
The sun goes all the way around, Matt.
I learned something new today.
Oh, we're here to teach you, Matt.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a while since I have brushed up on my heliocentric models.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're here for. So the artist also made it very clear that he never wanted his pieces to be referenced as simple, even though they may be squares or circles. He said because he took so much time planning them, he wanted his viewers to enjoy the simplicity of the art. So even though they may sound or look not complex, he thought it was best to view them as easy on the eyes.
Just like you, Matt.
I've been told that a couple times. I still don't know what it means.
Jill is rotating on all the floors if anybody needs anything.
Oh, okay. So our artist in residence, Jill, is going to be running around the floor. She's going to be checking up on everybody. So you guys have any questions and you see her, if you need anything, any help, please let her know. And again, if you have any questions or things that you want to ask us, our dear friend from Child Life, Miss Lizzie, is here with us, and she's by the phone, and the extension is 28111 on your phone if you want to get a hold of us. If you have any questions, I'm kind of curious what your favorite summer activity is, what you want to do in the sunshine. What's your favorite thing to do? I feel like my favorite thing is probably the beach or possibly badminton. Who doesn't love a good game of badminton, right?
Ooh, badminton's fun.
That's the one with the little...
Yeah, I also really like playing volleyball on the beach.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. You can dive into the sand with doing a serve. I mean, I'm not that athletic, but I feel like my friend Matt here is really tall, and he can just, do all kinds of cool stuff.
I used to play volleyball, but I feel like I'm moving towards shuffleboarding now.
Shuffleboard? How does one play shuffleboard?
I don't know. I think you just get a board and just kind of shuffle
Oh,
around.
you just shuffle, do a little Cupid shuffle with it?
The Cupid shuffle. Yes, that one.
So we're about now on our, I know I'm on my third line, I don't know where Matt is. But it should start to be looking like a grid. So ours are a little, like I said, smaller than yours, but yours should start to be filling up your page now. And you can start separating your strips for your sun. Just kind of put them on the side as you're grabbing your squares and sticking them on there. Because that's the next step that we're going to do.
Sandy, is it okay if my squares aren't perfectly lined up?
Absolutely, because we're going to be putting a really nice sunshine in the middle, and it's going to look like a really nice homage color in the back, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You're looking great, Matt.
I know you said it didn't have to be perfect, but I feel like I'm getting pretty close.
You're pretty close to perfect, Matt.
I mean my artwork.
Right. That's what he meant. I really enjoy rainbows, so I was really inspired by the idea of all of these colors. I know rainbows are not something tangible, but in my mind, I've got lots of rainbows. Matt likes rainbows too.
I love rainbows. I'm so grateful for them. If it wasn't for rainbows, we would, I don't know.
You wouldn't have a color wheel.
The adult world.
Can you imagine TVs with no color?
Actually, I remember TVs with no color. Thank you very
Wow,
much.
Matt. Tell us a world with no color?
Well, it was a world full of imagination.
Ah, there you go.
Possibilities. That's what we enjoyed back then. Back in my day.
Back in your day. So I started noticing some of my random colors are starting to match up. And honestly, it's kind of cool. Later on, when you're complete, you can pull all kinds of different shapes out of them if you wanted to. Make different outlines and make different shapes with a pen underneath if you want to get creative and have extra time. All right, so the actual piece that we're copying today, or that we are referencing, is going to be Colors for a Wall. He made this in the 1950s. And some of us that might remember some of the art in that time period is pop art, which is where a lot of cartoon art kind of comes from. They've got a lot of bright colors and almost like cutouts from, it looks like comic books kind of. So these colors were something that were really popular at that time.
Why did they call it pop art? Was that like popcorn or?
You know, it could be. I like popcorn a lot.
Me too, but it always gets stuck in my teeth.
Exactly. Well, I think that's kind of the theory behind pop art. Bright, get pop stuck in your head and let the repetition of it go and go and go.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of like a pop song.
Oh, they do get stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier I was singing, what was it? Call Me Maybe.
I was just gonna say that.
Matt was trying to call me, a lot, and I kept missing his phone call to get over here. I was like, all right, well, call me maybe then.
That must have been what it was.
How's yours going over there, Matt?
I don't know, I think it's okay. I've lost a couple of squares in the process, but
We should have plenty in there for you. If you need more squares, definitely let us know.
we've
We
got
can,
stacks.
yeah, we can definitely get you some more construction paper. This original piece is about 7 feet tall. How tall are you, Matt?
7 feet tall.
In the real world, Matt.
6 foot. Like 6'3".
So if Matt's 6'3", this painting is a whole little 7 inches taller than you. Yeah. It's a big piece. It's 7 foot, 10 and a
How
half
many inches are
inches.
in a foot?
12. So I can't do math, but I have a great art degree, guys. My mom's a math teacher. She'd be really heartbroken to hear that math just now. But yeah, it's a really big piece. So the artist actually made these squares as canvases, and they're all put together individually at random order. So that's why we're doing our squares in random order. The pieces that he made were actually based off of French craft paper, is what he said he used. So it's a little different than what we're using here, but it's okay. That's why we're artists. We use what we have.
Kind of reminds me of a patch quilt.
Yeah, patch quilt. That's pretty cool.
Is that what they call
Yeah, something like that. I don't so. Sounds about right though. Not quite sure why he made such a specific measurement of 10.5 inches, but it's dimensions on both the length and height. So he was very specific. Like he said, he liked to plan things in a very specific way to not show easy. That's cool.
Maybe he was using the golden ratio.
You think?
A lot of people don't realize that the golden ratio is in so many things, and some of them deliberate, like the 8.5 by 11 piece of paper.
What's the golden ratio?
Oh man, I don't know. I thought you were the science person.
I don't know. I didn't bring up golden ratio.
It's that cool spiral thing that everybody sees on seashells and sunflowers.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of in everything that we look at.
It is in so many things, yes. It's also called, I believe, the Fibonacci sequence, but that's like, stuff that's about anything. But anyway, the idea is that the ratios or the proportions are the most pleasing to the human eye because of the way that the spiral shrinks down on every turn.
So it's almost like our mind can complete what we already know is going to happen, the circles and circles.
It's like looking at something that feels natural subconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually even in the way our bodies are built.
Wow. It sounds like a DNA strip, how it has like that ladder look and it goes up and up and up.
Yeah. Some kind of weird mathematical fun.
Unfortunately, guys, as artists, we tend to do more art with our visual than with numbers. A lot of times I can look at something and know it's crooked, but if you ask me the mathematical number on it, I probably couldn't do that math for you. But as artists, we're constantly measuring and using contrast. I mean, look at this. This is all measurement that we're using with a grid. So when my mom said I wouldn't use math in real life, or when I would use math in real life, I believe her now. That used to be my argument. I'm never going to use it.
I didn't really value that math that much when I was younger until I started learning 3D animation. And I learned that every piece of art that you make can actually be made up by mathematical equations.
Nice.
Like, did you know that the first Toy Story movie was not made with a traditional 3D user interface? It was all programmed via code.
Wow. No, I didn't. And I'm not great with computers, but there are so many amazing programs. I had a patient introduce me to an app that she made figures on her phone with. Tiny little screen, and she pulled up all of these amazing figures that she had been making. Just kind of killing time. I was like, you know how long it took me to learn how to do this? It's incredible. These free programs that everybody has available now.
It's amazing, really.
Really cool.
I'm so glad I spent all that money on college. I'm just kidding. College is still a good idea.
Exactly, because you'll never learn the basics of something just as simple as a grid like this can be used in really everything.
But you can learn a lot on how to make art just from watching YouTube, watching our fun shows here,
Absolutely.
all kinds of things.
On YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, check out our YouTube channel. We got all kinds of fun art projects on there that are really easy to use, and they use really affordable materials. And we've got links on there. If you can't find materials and want to do them at home, we've got links on there where you can get them on Amazon. And we also, our Amazon, the links go to our Amazon Smile account, so it's a great way to get your supplies, get a good deal, and help support Art with the Heart. We love doing art with this.
Amazon is my favorite. It's like you get presents when you get home. They're just sitting there waiting for you.
Yes. So
You
Christmas.
don't even have to leave your house, guys.
All the time.
Fantastic.
Now I'm trying, I don't know about you, Amy, but I'm trying not to put the same color next to each other all the time. Trying to,
Yeah.
alternate.
I also
tell
felt
that
that way, but.
Huh?
Could you tell that to purple?
Yeah, you saw the purple too. I just saw that when I said that.
Well, that's okay, Matt, because as this artist made very clear with some of the ways he did his art, this particular piece is intended to be completely random. Like I said in the beginning, if you want to do a specific pattern in the back, you're more than welcome to. But the artist that we're studying today really felt like the idea of being random was a really neat concept. And because we're always so intentional, this is a great way to or a great activity to kind of break you away from something that might be bothering you, you're a little overwhelmed with, you might need to sit down and have a few minutes to just decompress. This is a great activity for that. Sometimes I get a little overwhelmed with exactly what subject I'm going to draw, or what colors I'm going to use, what method of art I'm going to have. This is one of those activities or even art pieces that you can just kind of mindlessly do, an activity that helps you kind of get into that flow state and get your hands moving, get your brain working, get some creative juices flowing. What do you normally do to get your brain kind of jumping, Matt, for activities and art?
I like to draw. I like to draw stuff.
Yeah?
And sometimes if I can't think of things to draw, I'll try to draw like random things that I see in the room or the space that I'm at, or people.
Yeah.
Because drawing, in my experience, drawing from life is always good practice. And
Absolutely.
it's not like there's any pressure to get it perfect. It's just about developing the connection between my hand and my eyes and my brain.
Absolutely. Getting that muscle memory going too.
Right.
Line contours are a fun way that we learned how to really get that muscle memory in your hand. Line contours are when you close your eyes or look away and draw something on your paper. Kind of gets you into that repetition of your hand motion to get you be able to draw quicker a lot of times is what it worked for me. Just because I continue to do maybe the same piece of art over and over, I can draw it quicker, draw it faster.
And they're so much fun, and they turn out looking so wacky most of the time.
They do. I love using some of the negative spaces to put different colors and just contort the figures a little bit.
Maybe we should do some blind contour stuff for a media show.
That'd be
Have one
fun.
person, you can have one person standing there, the other one drawing and looking away.
I had a good friend who made an amazing series of that while I was in school.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost put green on green.
Oh, no. Which is completely okay, guys.
Yeah, of course.
It's also fun, you could do this with just 2 colors if you wanted. Make them like a checkered board. Make them match a certain color in your room, put it on the wall.
That's cool too.
I
Yeah,
like
if you just
talking
want
to
to
you
call, if you just want to call and say hi to Lizzie, that's cool too. She looks pretty bored in the back
She looks
there.
like she needs some friends.
I didn't
She could use some attention. So if you're trying to get to the bottom, kind of like me here, it's totally fine. You want to flip it over, make it a little easier on yourself. Because we're getting close to the end here, which is exciting.
We're getting close to the end of part 1.
Yeah, we got to put our sunshine on.
Been on 25 minutes.
It's been 25 minutes? I'm doing spectacular, Miss Amy. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I'm having a great
Hope
time.
you guys are doing okay out there. If you want to chime in, let me know you're doing great. It's exciting too. We love to know you're doing well.
We are really looking forward to coming around and seeing your projects.
Yes, we get to hopefully take some photos of them. We get to see them in the end, guys.
Abigail's floating the floors as well. So we got Jill and Abigail hitting all the
All right,
floors.
Abigail and Jill
Awesome.
going around the floor. All right. So if you guys have questions, let them know. Or again, you can call down here. It's 28111. Or also, can you probably give these away after we're done? How should we do this?
I was thinking maybe a contest.
Ooh.
A what?
A question, a contest. Pretty sure we got some smart kids out there. Thought maybe we could do a question. So, we got some fun people out there. Hi, guys. All right. What question could we ask them?
I don't know, a trivia question. I was trying to think of a good trivia question, but I don't know the answers to any good trivia questions. So I'll just say.
So I have a good question for anyone that's been listening. Maybe you can chime in or give us a call at 28111. That's 3 1s, guys.
Oh,
28111, right?
yes.
Yes, that's right. So, if you've been listening, you know how many months Alaska is dark. Maybe you can call in and let us know. We'll be waiting. And then we can, first person will get one, the next person will get another. So we have 2 to give away.
We have 3.
It's better in the end.
We have 3 to
Yeah,
give
good
away.
picking 3, so hopefully we get 3 right answers.
I'm just kind of throwing my squares all around here now.
Oh yeah.
I gotta admit, I'm a little less Mondrian and more Monet.
Alright, we're not getting any calls? Somebody's got to call and answer that question.
Nobody knows how many months Alaska stays dark?
How many months does Alaska stay dark? It's the same amount of months as it is bright. I mentioned the answer earlier. If not, call in, let us know you're really excited about the piece in the review. But we're going to try to see if anyone can get this answer first.
I'm dropping squares.
Oh no, Matt.
I'm dropping squares.
So many reds I have in a row here. That wasn't even intentional.
Hey, people are waving. Hi.
Hi! Ooh, I'm getting close to finish here, Matt. How's yours going?
I'm catching up. I'm catching
Yeah?
up. I'm gonna get you.
All right. Let's see who wins, Matt.
Everybody wins today. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy.
Sunshine on a cloudy day. What do you do when it's cloudy, Matt?
I don't know, but when it's cold outside, I've got the month of May.
Hey.
When it's sunny outside, I like to walk my dog.
I'm gonna see the title.
What do you guys like to do when it's sunny? Feel free to let us
I
know.
don't know, this might just one of my
Technical difficulties.
try now.
Hello?
My
Can you guys hear me? Can we get a thumbs up there if anyone can hear
Oh,
me?
they got it.
Awesome.
That's it.
Thank you.
So ask the question again.
Awesome. So if you didn't hear our fun question, to win one of these 3 examples, our question is, how many months, it's the same amount of months as dark as it is light in Alaska. How many months is that? Call in 28111.
I'm just patching space and empty spaces.
Stick your thumb.
Yeah.
Good job, Matt. You did great.
Thanks, Miss
I'm
Amy.
almost there. All right. So if you're ready for the next step, go ahead and pull out your sun pieces, which should be a cool circle with fun sunglasses and the raised pieces for the sun. You're going to do the rays first, which are going to be the long pieces there that Matt has. They're in your back, pull them out.
I should get a little Facebook.
Yay! All
I
right.
don't think I can reach the camera up there.
I I'm not 7 and 10 inches, half inches off. A lot of strips here. Cool. All right, guys. So we're going to grab our strips first because we want our pretty sun to sit on top of them and shine. So what I did, kind of like before, you're going to use your glue stick here, and wherever you're planning on putting your strip of sun, ray of sunlight, you just want to put a clean line there, and then you'll be able to stick on your ray of bright sunshine. I also use a little bit of it if you kind of want to put it on top. It'll also help place it. And it's okay if the next piece that you use crosses over, because what you're going to do is put the sun right on top, so you don't have to worry about it looking misplaced or crooked. Perfect, Matt. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. So in your kit, you're probably going to have about 4 to 6 pieces, depending on which one you grabbed. And if you want, you're more than welcome to add more colors and more strips when you get home.
Amy, do you know the name of our sun?
You know, I actually researched, and it comes from the word soul. S-O-L.
That's right. That's why we call it the
Fun.
solar system.
Oh.
With that too.
Yeah, that too. The sun and solar. So I like to crisscross mine kind of in a crazy order, because if you look, you'll have different lengths when you finally do put down your sun. So however crisscross you want them to look, or different lengths, you may want to hold it over it to kind of see the example of what it's going to look like in the end. That's what I did kind of a couple of times back and forth before I completed that one, our example. Looks like we have quite a few strips here, so we're just going to stick these bad boys on.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure there was lots of sunshine.
Bright sunshine, that's how we like it.
I could prepare ahead of time.
Matt got us really prepared today.
That's what they taught me in the Boy Scouts.
If you feel so excited about this project, definitely say a nice thank you, Matt, in the little comments there.
Oh,
You did a great job helping your girl out.
oh, pshaw. My phone beeping over there? I'm pretty excited about my sunshine here.
Yeah, mine is looking bright.
go enjoy the sunshine this weekend.
I can't wait. It rained last weekend, so I plan on visiting the beach.
Sometimes, if I'm having a really long day, I just like to stand outside or by a window if I can't go outside and just let the sun hit my face, and it makes me so much happier.
Ooh, you know you get lots of vitamin D from the sun too, guys.
That's right.
But we gotta make sure we wear our sunblock. We gotta protect our skin.
That's right.
Yep. All right. I'm almost finished here. How's yours looking, Matt?
I'm just trying to catch up. Oh my goodness, we're almost finished.
Wow.
I'm dilly-dallying.
You're doing a great job. Take your time. There's no rush on these little sunshines.
Right.
My corner here. I'm excited.
Well, I don't think anybody knows the answer to your question. Maybe we should ask
I
another
don't
one.
think so.
Has anybody commented on?
Just so
Yeah.
you guys know, it is 2 months they go without sunlight, and 2 months they go in the darkness. And then there's 2 months in the summer where it's just sunlight all day long. I don't know if I have another
I'm
question.
just checking our screen real quick. I want to see if anybody's written on there.
You asked what planet is the closest to the sun.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, see,
I don't know, that's not good. What planet is closest to the sun?
I know, so, and they call.
Oh, guess who knows? Lizzie knows the answer to the planet closest to the sun. Who else knows that answer?
Oh, there have been some really great comments on here. Thank you so much for your support, y'all on Facebook.
Thanks, guys.
It's really sweet. It's good to know everybody's having fun out there.
It's awesome. We love hearing from you all. Please feel free to leave any comments. We love it. How's yours going, Matt? I love it. It looks like a bright star, which is kind of how it should look. I layered mine in pieces because I wanted different lengths. But you're more than welcome to do it any kind of pattern you want. What's fun is when you're at home, you can also add colored marker or anything else you might want to pull out, which is cool shapes within these lines or in the grid in the back. Awesome. So when you finish all of your patterns for your rays in the back, you are more than welcome to grab your awesome little sun. Mine is a sweet smile. Matt's is a little different. What does yours look like,
Oh, my
Matt?
son's right here.
Oh, you have a sweet smile. Look at that. Aww. So sweet. Gotta keep the sunlight out of the sunglasses.
Yeah, this is a reflection of the sea like that. I do that.
Matt's got some really nice teeth. Look at those pretty teeth. Those pearly whites. Don't forget to brush your teeth, kids.
Mine are a little yellow here, but
In real life, there's some pretty ones.
it's all the sunshine.
All the sunshine. We're trying to give sunshine vibes today.
So how do we do this? How do we do this? Christina?
So this one, you can use the same technique that we've been using with applying the glue here, so it's not on your hands and not on your piece, or you could just go ahead and apply it on the back, however you've been using.
Right on the back.
Yeah, right on the back. Let's try it out, Matt. I love glue sticks. I think
Yeah?
they're the coolest thing. They're just so simple, and you can use it with almost anything you put on a canvas. I like using mixed media to make my art. In high school, or I'm sorry, in college, when I was finishing, I used a lot of fabric, which was a cool medium.
I don't think I've used a glue stick probably since before you were born. This is great.
Oh, Matt, you're only 21.
That part.
So we're getting lots on here because obviously our sun's a little bit bigger than yours, but you want to make sure you get a lot of glue on there because it's got a lot of layers to stick to. So in the end, I'm going to put my happy little sun guy right here. I want to use a little bit on the outside rim just to help it stick. You're more than welcome to use whatever you like. If yours is already sticking well, no worries. Yay, mine looks happy, Matt. How's yours?
Mine looks pretty happy too.
Yay, mine too.
I kind of wanted to
Awesome.
give him a mustache, but I left one marker in the office. That's okay.
I might have one.
Marker! Yay.
Artist, you always got something.
I want to give him a little mustache.
Ah.
Yeah.
So cute.
Maybe like a little.
You're more than welcome to customize your little smiley face with whatever you'd like. You can put a bow, you can give him some ears, you can give him a mustache, a little goatee situation.
My son's gonna be reading poetry down at the coffee shop.
He looks just like you. He's a little poet son. Mine is just happy. He's just happy to be here. He's like, this is Jacksonville. I'm going to the Sun later this weekend. All the good times. Please feel free to send us messages with what you thought of this, and if you have any suggestions for other things that we can do, questions about the artist, questions about the work, questions about Matt. We're all here. We're all here. So thank you so much for joining in with us, guys, and let us know if you're really interested in getting one of these pieces. We'd be more than happy to bring one up to you.
We're going to be coming around to the rooms to pick up any stuff that you don't need, any old stuff you want to get rid of, and we're going to take pictures of your artwork. So get ready. Our friends Jill and Abigail and probably a couple of the other artists are going to be coming around. And we would love to see your work. And if you watched on Facebook, we'd love for you to post your images on there as well. If you'd like, you can share it with us on the post, or you can send us like private messages, and that's okay too. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.
All right. Hit all the buttons.